Got everything bolted together and cinched up and hiked up, and we're just going to have to see if we can stick this puppy in here. Yeah, it's going to be a neat trick getting that gear lever to duck under that floor pan. We'll try to tip it up under there. Well, I think it's going to be smart to pull that nose piece out of there and give ourselves a little more clearance at the front cross member. So we'll do that and we'll get right back to it. Yeah, we took the nose piece off and set the rigging a little different so we can pick the front up higher than the rear. Here goes number 2. We'll try again. Enough angle there or not. We can come down a little bit. Doesn't look too promising. Probably gain a little bit of space if we take that oil can off of there. Just have to see if we can get it to dip in there. It's got a long way to go down. I don't know if we can. I need a pretty steep angle to get the transmission behind the cross member there. Like always, it's a game of inches or half inches. Now we're going to have to reset for shot number 3 because we just need a huge angle on this engine transmission. It's Which means we got to pick the front way up and let the back hang. We're going to figure out how we're going to do that. So we'll set the rigging for try number 3. Let's see. Okay. Okay, we got a steeper angle on things here now. So we're attempt number 3. Yeah, a smart guy would have just taken the cowl off. That's a lot of work, take that back off. I don't think I want to do that. We're getting closer every time, but sooner or later, it's going to be too steep. We may have to spend some time figuring out how to remove that gear shift lever. That would solve a lot of problems. Oh, we're going to end up breaking that gear lever if we're not careful. It's definitely a case of inches because the shifter is far enough back and the front of the transmission is far enough forward that there's not enough room for both at the same time. Well, we kind of went nuclear. It got ugly. I'm going to take the gear lever out, but can't take the gear lever out without major surgery. So, against what I normally would like to do, we took the top off the transmission. Eliminated the gear lever altogether. So, hopefully that'll give us room to get this puppy in there. I think this is attempt number 4, somewhere around there. I hate taking things apart to put things together. Probably the smartest thing to do would have been to take that whole firewall section out of there, but that's a whole nother deal. We got steering in and everything else, so that's not an easy deal either. We'll see. This ought to give us plenty of room, that's for sure. Well, closer than we were before. I don't know if we're going to be close enough yet. put itself in there if we keep going. Oh, oh boy. Okay, who was the genius who put the starter on there? Well, it's sort of in there. For a little stinky engine, sure is aggravating. I've got to go back a little farther. And I think what I'm going to have to do is unhook the hoist and put a floor jack under the pan with a block of wood to just be able to pick the thing up square, because right now I'm dragging the mount on the right side and I'm way high on the left side, so I've got to get it so it's square. So we'll keep working at it. It's in there. It ain't pretty, but it's in there. We had to go around the back. We had already removed one of the transmission mounts, and my initial thought was to leave the other one on there and we could slide that puppy in there and drop it down and drop the mount right in the holes. Well, that didn't work, so if you're going to do this yourself, take both of the transmission mounts off. Makes it a lot easier. The next thing that we're going to face is here at the front. This motor mount on the motor is an inch or so away from the mount, and there's a big bend in this plate here, and I was always suspicious of that. It didn't look right, and it's not right, so I don't know what's happened there, but we're gonna have to get the hot wrench out, I guess, and heat that plate right through there and bend that back so it lines up with that motor mount. And boy, I don't like putting the hot wrench on there right near the carburetor, so we're gonna have to figure something out there, put some kind of a shield there or something, just before everything turns to crap. But you know, I never put the engine and transmission in together, but those guys on TV, man, in 20 minutes they put the engine in the car, start it up, drive down the road. So let me try that. Well, it took me 20 minutes just to think about it. So we figured it out. We still got to put the top back on the transmission. We're going to have to put in a parts order for a couple of mounts. We've been holding off on that till we get our monthly stipend, and because we won't be able to support the back of the transmission without it, without the mounts. I got those old ones I could throw on there if I have to, which I might do, but we'll get it. It's in there. Hopefully it doesn't have to come out again, ever. Never say never, but ever. And we'll keep on going. Just work. We had a little help from the hot wrench. We straightened that bracket out, and I think we got her lined up pretty close there. We're going to have to let that cool off. We got our spiffy heat shield here. Didn't burn up too much of the rubber mount in the process, so I think we'll be okay. We'll see.